Hey everyone, so I was making this little video to show you how to do those graphs for 6.1 and 6.2, the SATO labs, how to make those graphs here in Excel if you want to do them in Excel instead of by hand. So the first one I'm going to show you is how to do the scatter plot. So first of all, what you can see is we've imported our condition, our index of difficulty information, and our movement time information. So the first thing that I'm going to do is for our scatter plot, we're going to take these columns here, we're going to highlight them. We're going to insert a scatter plot, which is here, and we'll get our scatter plot information here. So we've got our index of difficulty on the x-axis, our movement time in seconds on the y-axis. So we have some things we need to add on to here too. So if we go up here to chart element, we can add our trend line. Our best fit line, we want a linear line. That puts our linear line in here. We also want to add axis titles on our horizontal and our primary vertical. And so on our horizontal here, I'm going to call this the index of difficulty ID. And then on our y-axis, we're going to change this to movement time in seconds, right? And so that's how we get our scatter plot. I'll move this out of the way here. The other one we want to do is, in here we want to get rid of this thing at the top here, this title here. So we just have, so there we go, we have our scatter plot. The other one we want to do is we want to do our bar graph. And our bar graph is going to be condition and movement time, right? And so what we want to do is we want to highlight our data here again. We're going to insert, and we're going to do a bar graph. We're just going to choose this bar graph right here. And so for this one, what we're going to need to do is we're going to go ahead and get rid of some of this data because we have some extra data we don't have in here. So we're going to click inside the data area. We're going to right click. We're going to select our data. And so in here, what we want in here is we want our movement time data and our condition data. We don't want this index of difficulty data. And we're actually going to unselect our condition data here because we don't want that in our horizontal axis. So what we're going to do over here is we're going to hit edit, and we're going to come back over here. And remember, we want condition on this x-axis. So we're just going to highlight our condition numbers here. We're going to hit OK, and we're going to hit OK. So now what we have is we have our bar charts with our conditions and our movement times. What we're missing though is we're missing those numbers above here that we want to have. So what we need to do here is click on one of these bars, go up to add chart element, and we're going to go to our chart, our data labels, and then we want this outside end data label. So what that gives us to begin with is our movement time data. We also want our index of difficulty that we want here too, so we're going to have to put that by hand. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on those, and we're going to highlight it. We'll hit enter to bump that down, and then up here we're going to put ID, and the first one, the ID was equal to 6. So put that in there by hand, leave that there, and then we'll go to the next one. We'll click on it here. We'll hit enter to bump that down, and then our ID was equal to this one was equal to 5, and we'll keep going. ID equal to 5. And then on our fourth one, our ID was equal to 4. And then again here, our ID was equal to 4. And then this one here, our ID was equal to 3. ID equals 3. So now we've got those titles up there. Again, we want to add our chart elements. We want our axis titles, horizontal and vertical. On the horizontal, we're going to put condition, and then on our y-axis here, we're going to put movement time again in seconds. We'll get rid of this title up here. We'll just delete that. And we'll get rid of our legend here. We're just going to delete that. And so now you have the bar graph that we're looking for that. Hopefully this was helpful. If you have any questions, please let me know. And good luck. I look forward to seeing you guys' data sheets when they come in.